everyone, welcome back. If you have been tracking the tech space this March of 2026, you've definitely noticed Tencent has been on absolute fire. We are talking about dozens of new AI products dropping almost every 12 hours. But here is the wild part. For the past couple of years, Tencent was widely considered a latecomer in the AI race. What exactly triggered this massive, sudden sprint?
2 words: AI agents. Specifically, the massive industry shockwave caused by the open source agent called OpenClaw. Look at it this way. For the last 3 years, the entire AI battle was just about chatbots. A single chat window, and honestly, Tencent fell behind there. But an agent is different. It doesn't just chat, it acts like a human assistant. It crosses between different applications, opens your desktop files, manages workflows, and completes tasks autonomously. That shift completely changed the rules of the game in Tencent's favor.
Right, because they have the ultimate playground. From PC browsers to cloud infrastructure, QQ, and obviously WeChat. Their product matrix is everywhere. So what you're saying is, the bottleneck for AI right now isn't just how smart the model is, but whether it can actually seamlessly access our everyday tools. And Tencent owns the tools.
Exactly. Pony Ma himself said that OpenClaw gave them multiple battlefronts to attack from. Before, all their ecosystem advantages were totally useless in a simple chatbot race. Now, they have the infrastructure from top to bottom. To capitalize on this, they have completely overhauled their internal structure. They hired Shunyu Yao, a 28-year-old former OpenAI researcher, to lead the foundational model team directly under President Martin Lau. They even dismantled their 10-year-old AI lab just to funnel talent into this new, highly agile structure.
That is a massive internal shakeup. And I read they are even bringing back their famous horse racing mechanism. Different teams are building their own agent products and competing against each other. But wait, running all this requires massive computing power. Tencent has historically been pretty conservative with their GPU investments compared to ByteDance or Alibaba, right? How are they fixing the hardware gap?
It is definitely their biggest bottleneck. Last year, ByteDance spent around 150 billion on capital expenditure, Alibaba over 130 billion, while Tencent was under 80 billion. Plus, being put on the US restricted list early this year made getting computing power even harder. But they are aggressively securing overseas compute now. More importantly, they are redistributing their existing GPUs. Instead of hoarding all the power just for their main Hunyuan model, these competing product teams are finally getting the juice they need to build actual products. And since their core businesses are generating record profits, they have plenty of cash to fund this AI war.
Okay, we have to talk about the absolute crown jewel here. WeChat, 1.4 billion users. It is basically an operating system within an operating system. For a while, ByteDance's Lark was catching all the early OpenClaw traffic. But WeChat is finally opening its doors to AI, aren't they?
Yes, and this is the biggest move of all. WeChat is notoriously protective, but they just launched the Clawbot plugin and allowed QClaw to connect. You can literally tell WeChat to go open a desktop spreadsheet, organize data, or post a social media update. But the real endgame is inside WeChat itself. The WeChat team fought for GPU resources and is actually training their own specific model right now. The ultimate vision Pony Ma has is that every single mini program inside WeChat eventually becomes an AI agent.
Wow. So instead of scrolling through menus, you just tell your WeChat agent what you want to buy or book, and it silently coordinates with the mini programs in the background. But wait, ByteDance wants to do this at the hardware level with their new AI phones. It feels like a massive collision course.
It absolutely is. ByteDance wants their AI phone to control everything, but they still can't bypass WeChat's permissions. WeChat wants to be the ultimate AI operating system itself without losing its decentralized nature. It is a fundamental clash over who controls the entry point. But as Martin Lau pointed out, AI is not a single-track sprint. It is a multi-track marathon. Tencent might have been late to the chatbot phase, but in the agent era, their massive ecosystem makes them a terrifyingly fast follower.
Brilliantly put. The game isn't just about having the smartest brain anymore, it is about having the hands to actually do the work across the digital world. And Tencent has the biggest reach in the Chinese tech space. That is all the time we have for today's deep dive. Catch you on the next one.